London in school today, but I'd like to know more. Maybe Daddy will be able to tell me more about London. Daddy?
Yes, Pepper?
What is London?
Ho, 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 ho. Who told you about London?
We learnt it in school today.
Well, that's a very interesting topic. I'll tell you more about London when we listen to the story about Dick Whittington.
Yay! Story time!
The story about the little boy, Dick Whittington. Once upon a time, there lived a boy called Dick Whittington. He had no parents and no money. One day, Dick said,
I am going to London to look for work.
London was a long way away. Dick walked for miles and miles. It took him a long time, and when he got there, it was not at all like his home. In London, there were lots of big shops and houses.
There will be work for me here.
So Dick went to all the big houses and all the shops, but there was no work for him. Dick had nowhere to go. He was so tired, he went to sleep in the doorway of a big house. Then a cook came out of the door. "You can't sleep here! Go away at once!" Just then, the man who lived in the house came home. He was called Mr. Fitzwarren, and he was very rich. "This boy has nowhere to go. Let him work in the kitchen." So Dick started work in the kitchen. He worked hard all day, and Mr. Fitzwarren was very pleased. At night, he slept in a room at the very top of the house. The room was only big enough for Dick's bed. But every night, as Dick tried to sleep, rats and mice jumped out of his bed.
A cat would catch all these rats and mice. I will go and buy a cat.
The next day, Dick saw a woman who had a beautiful cat to sell.
Can this cat catch rats and mice?
"This cat is the best rat and mouse catcher in the whole of London."
Then I would like to buy her.
Dick gave the woman 1 penny and took the cat home. When Dick went to bed that night, the cat chased the rats and mice away. At last, Dick had a good night's sleep. Fitzwarren had a beautiful daughter called Alice. Now Alice wanted to help Dick. "My father has lots of ships. He sells goods to rich people in countries far away. Give him something to sell, and then you can be rich."
What can I sell? All I have is my cat.
"Then my father will take your cat and sell it." Dick didn't want to sell his cat, but he wanted to please Alice. Dick gave his cat to Mr. Fitzwarren.
This cat is the best rat and mouse catcher in the whole of London. Will you sell her for me?
"Yes, I will." Dick missed his cat. Every night the rats and mice came back and jumped about on Dick's bed. This made Dick very unhappy.
I don't like London. I am going back home.
So the next day, Dick set out for home. Just as he was leaving London, he heard the church bells ring. Turn again, Whittington, Lord Mayor of London. Turn again, Whittington, thrice Mayor of London.
The bells are calling me back to London.
So Dick didn't leave London. He turned and went back to Mr. Fitzwarren's house. When he reached the house, everyone was asleep. No one had seen him leave. As Dick was sleeping in his bed, Mr. Fitzwarren's ship was sailing to a country far away. The king and queen of the country wanted to buy some goods. As he was leaving the ship to go and see them, Mr. Fitzwarren took Dick's cat with him. The king and queen had a beautiful palace, but there were mice and rats running all over it. Mr. Fitzwarren said,
I have a cat that might help you.
And Dick's cat chased all the rats and mice away. The king and queen wanted to buy Dick's cat, but the cat wanted to go home back to Dick. The king and queen said, This beautiful cat has helped us.
Take her home and give this money to her master.
So Mr. Fitzwarren took the cat back to London. When Mr. Fitzwarren came home, he gave the money and the cat to Dick. Dick was pleased to have the money, and he was even more pleased to see his cat again. The money made him rich, and long after, he married Alice. So Dick and Alice and the cat lived happily ever after, and the people of London made Dick the Lord Mayor, just as the bells had said. The end.